Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Interview with a Bothan. I am Lou, and this is Lenny.
Hello.
And we are almost done with the X-Wing series. While we are sad to see it go for the next 30 in-universe years at least, Aaron Allston and Mike Stackpole effectively retconned almost everything Kevin J. Anderson has written up to this point in the timeline. How you doing?
With this book?
With the series.
With the whole series? Wow.
There is a 10th book.
Mercy Kill.
We will get to it
one day.
Several years from now. It'll take us several years to get to the point in the timeline where we can read it and it makes sense.
Word.
Yes.
Cool. How you doing?
I asked you how you were doing.
Oh, I missed it. I'm all right. Oh yeah. I've been having heartburn, and I've been being a real bitch about it, and not altering my diet in any way except for eating more Tums.
Might be the coffee.
It probably is.
Might have to become a tea guy.
I don't want to be a tea guy. I love coffee.
Well, do you love heartburn?
No, it hurts.
And if tea gets rid of the heartburn and still has caffeine?
But it's not as much caffeine.
Then just drink more tea.
I already pee so much.
I don't know what to tell you.
I hate peeing.
You could take caffeine pills.
Ugh. Yeah, I could. Oh yeah, and I'm still sore from playing soccer on Wednesday. Listeners, it is Sunday, but I don't exercise at all, except for walking really fast for short bursts. So running around after a soccer ball was
intense.
It was intense, but I didn't even notice it was intense because I got so excited about running after the soccer ball because I become a dog in the proximity of soccer balls. And I can't stop thinking about the Odyssey discourse because of the nature of my master's research, which engages a lot with popular understandings of ancient Greek heritage. And I just feel like everybody's wrong in some way, shape, or form.
You were the only one that's correct.
Indeed. Yes.
You should write a Substack article.
I've been thinking about it, man, but
we could start a second Substack. We could have a Star Wars Substack and a regular Substack.
That would be so funny.
Because I've had thoughts about things.
You do have thoughts about things. Yeah, but I need to finish my stupid fucking thesis first before I start.
You do need to finish your thesis.
Yeah. Quite urgently.
It'll be fine.
Everything's going to be fine.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Also, I just think it's bullshit that you need to, do research to find a cinema that shows the proper, IMAX 70mm version of the Odyssey in order to see it in a non-cropped way.
I mean, the Dolby has better sound, first of all.
Yeah.
And you can watch it on 35mm. It's just compressed.
Like the screen?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, but maybe I'm being misled by internet misinformation, but
I think you are being misled by.
My God.
Hello, Dolby Professional. This is a 28-page.
But I think that was also the case with the version of Oppenheimer that I saw, where I was like, damn, why were so many stupid things cropped? Who would do that? I thought one of the things about Christopher Nolan is that his movies looked pretty, but I guess not. And then someone was like, oh, well, did you see this version of it? Because the versions that, aren't the right ones, you're going to see it cropped. And I just think that there should be no cropped version of it. You know?
No, I get it. I mean, everyone does. I mean, at this point, there are films that are done in 35 millimeter, but most everyone does 70.
Yeah.
It's just all movies. And not all movies look like shit.
On
a regular movie screen. You have Dolby Atmos in your car.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm a big proponent of movies not looking like shit on a normal screen.
There are other options. That don't look all that particularly bad and have better sound.
Cool. I think I just mostly hate Christopher Nolan.
That is fair.
Yeah.
You saw Oppenheimer?
I did.
I did not. The last Christopher Nolan movie I saw was Interstellar.
I have not seen Interstellar.
And I saw it in theaters with my mom.
Did you like it?
Not particularly.
Word. Yeah. No, because
He's just not my favorite.
didn't we argue about Oppenheimer? In a way that made it seem like you had seen it?
I mean, I think I can talk about Oppenheimer like as a film. I know what happens. I have not watched it. But I think there are movies about the Manhattan Project.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think a movie about Oppenheimer, while I don't think we need a biopic about fucking Oppenheimer, that's kind of stupid. But if you're going to make one, I don't think it needs to necessarily be about the Manhattan Project, considering that there's a plethora of films about the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
Many of which I have seen.
That makes sense. Yeah. No, I think it was, now that I'm going back into my memory bank of our conversations, because I am literally Winter Selchu.
It's great. I love it. I never have to remember anything.
I am your external hard drive.
Literally.
No, we were at, God, what's the name of the big bookstore in the mall?
Indigo.
Yes. We were at Indigo, and I think there was a book about Oppenheimer, and I made some comment about how much I hated that movie, and then you asked me why, and I interpreted your question as coming from the perspective of someone who had seen the movie and liked it, but now I know that I was simply misinterpreting the...
No, I think Christopher Nolan is not that good.
I'm so glad we're on the same page about that. Yeah.
Don't even bother.
Yeah.
I mean, I did ask my partner if we could go watch The Odyssey, mostly just because we have an IMAX theater very close.
Nice.
To us. You do too. Scotiabank.
Indeed. Ah.
I don't think the Forum has any IMAX.
I don't think so either.
They have the AVX.
Yeah. No.
Which is better sound.
What I don't understand is why can't you have good visual and good sound in the same theater?
Because fuck you specifically, that's why.
That's stupid. Sorry, now I'm just thinking about how much I hated Oppenheimer. Yeah.
What came out? That was the Barbie?
Yeah.
I went and saw Barbie.
I did the Barbenheimer doubleheader. Like every other bitch in town. But
I did not.
You're better than me.
I'm just cool and different and not like other girls. And I like to flaunt my... What is the word I'm looking for?
Individuality?
No. Privilege. By not being on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Substack is still just giving me the analog/anti-analog polemic.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because that's so enjoyable and interesting and coherent.
And it's totally what I want to think about.
Definitely, yeah. Now, how are you besides being plagued with analog versus anti-analog discourse?
Well, I've been watching DS9, which is a Star Trek show from the 90s. And every single episode is a banger. And returning listeners may know, because I think I brought it up a couple months ago, that I was watching The Next Generation. And on Saint Jean, I got flamed on Reddit. Not that the people on Reddit knew or probably cared that it was Saint Jean, but I did.
On Quebec's national holiday, you choose to flame me.
For my opinions about the wokeness of The Next Generation, because I just kind of assumed that it would be more woke. And they did not like that. I assumed that. Even though Star Trek as a whole is billed as being woke, which is great and dandy and wonderful. I like that. Most TV shows are not woke enough.
Woke good.
Woke good. But also, I want it to be so... This is science fiction. Get weird with it, you fucking lame pieces of shit. And you know who does that? The same people. But 3 years later, on DS9.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But
like, it's so good. But yeah, they flamed me because how dare I put my present understandings of woke on a show from 40 years ago, even though I've watched the original series.
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of things from the 60s. And I know what progressive ideology looks like in the 60s and the 80s and the early 90s. Because I watch a lot of old television. Like, this shit is more conservative than I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I Love Lucy. Pretty progressive show. For the time period. Also, Lucille Ball, a genius.
Yes.
One of the best comedians, TV comedians of all time, I would argue. And I think I Love Lucy was one of the first shows that like talked about pregnancy on TV because they would have had to stop filming because she was like pregnant.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, no, all the fucking comments on Reddit were really accusing you of being a illiterate iPad baby.
Which is not the case. And then the one guy who was normal, I was like, yo, I've watched like Northern Exposure, which came out less than a year after, or 2 years after, The Next Generation started coming out. And there's just a lot more like interesting things, like and like progressive things, both in storytelling technique and da 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 da. And this was also a network TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that. Okay, well I know what you're going for, DS9." And boy golly gee, that man was correct.
Shout out that guy.
Shout out that guy. It was so good. It is so good. Did I stop watching The Next Generation? Yes.
Good. No, yeah, when you texted me the other day that you watched an episode of Deep Space Nine that was Northern Exposure good, I was like...
Oh, the episode I watched last night, also Northern Exposure good.
The one that made you cry?
Yeah. It did make me cry. And it's like, I don't know, there's more... Like, I thought the way that this is turning into a Star Trek podcast. Louise's Star Trek Hour. I felt that the way that the Cardassians and the Ferengi were portrayed in The Next Generation was very one-dimensional, but in the way that propaganda from the 1930s was one-dimensional. If you catch my drift.
Anti-Semitic?
Well, I mean, the Ferengi are kind of a little bit anti-Semitic. Just as a
creation in a show?
Yeah, they are like the stand-in for greed. And it's like anti-Semitic in like a Watto way where you're like, okay, this is kind of, it's anti-Semitic, but also could be applicable to Muslims, but also could be applicable to Italians, if that makes sense.
Generally, Mediterranean people are not to be trusted type amalgamation of stereotypes.
It's like the Protestant idea of like what happens to Catholic women, but also Jewish women, but also Muslim women, where like the women aren't allowed to leave the home, which like we don't have to get into the quiverful of that all. They're not allowed to like have jobs. And the thing with the Ferengi is that they have, their philosophy is called the rules of acquisition. And they spend a lot of time doing commentary on the 284 rules of acquisition, which, if you know anything about Judaism and the Talmud, feels a little pointed, but also DS9 does a much better job of being like, okay, well, these people are just, it's a little weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. You watch enough TV and you're like, wow, everything is anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
And if it's not anti-Semitism, it's anti-black racism.
Pick your poison. Those
are your two options. Sometimes it's both.
This does happen.
But not as often anymore. It's more of like an older school kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoying DS9. Found a copy of the 1997 hit adaptation of Cinderella starring Brandy and Whoopi Goldberg. Very excited. It might be in Russian, but that's okay.
Nice. Maybe you'll pick up some Russian.
Maybe.
That'd be exciting. No.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else going on in my life? Not particularly.
Oh, also, my cousin's soon-to-be wife, her book is coming out soon. The title of it is Thighs Wide Shut, which I'm saying...
Grab yourself a copy at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Is it like an actual book? Is it going to be at brick-and-mortar stores?
Yeah, it's going to be everywhere books are sold.
Hell yeah, go to your local Indigo or Barnes & Noble or
Pick up
whatever the fuck
bookstore you got near you.
Yeah, and get thighs wide shut.
By Haley Fleming. It's about a young woman struggling with vaginismus.
Okay, well today, we've talked about how we are. We're talking about Starfighters of Adumar, which was written by Aaron Allston and published by Bantam Spectra and was released on August 3rd, 1999, which is a whole 9 days before I was born.
You were so close to existing.
I was. Well, depending on your view of the world, I did exist by that point.
True.
Like, I was like, my brother, his birthday's on the 4th of August. And all I'm saying is I was fully cooked at that point.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
It wasn't like I was a fetus.
You were...
I was a baby at that point.
You were a baby. You were so close to breathing air.
Well, not as close as I should have been.
Were you late?
A, I was late, and B, I came out with shit in my lungs.
Oh, shit.
I had to suction the shit out of my lungs.
Aw, damn.
Yeah.
No, I was late. I came out with my head, with my arm next to my head, like I was sleeping on my arm like a pillow.
It's really funny.
Yeah. And
Sounds horrific, though.
Yeah, no, I feel really bad for my mom.
Well, she's the one that wanted a baby.
Yeah.
Not your fault.
It's true. I didn't choose to be born, Mom. Sorry, at any possible opportunity, I think about that guy who sued his mom for him being born. Because shut up.
It's kind of stupid.
It is stupid.
So.
It's time for the plot overview.
It's time for the plot overview.
You ready to hear this piece of shit? I will not talk about my plot overview like that.
It's really mean.
Don't talk about my friend plot overview that way. All right. It's 13 ABY, and Wedge Antilles has just been broken up with by Quizux, the hot bird lady. Granted, he wanted to break up with her too, but man, he's tired, and he doesn't know who he is really. So he plans a vacation for the first time in his life. But on his way out the door, he is stopped by General Kraken, who has a mission for him. Wedge is to go to the recently contacted planet of Adumar with other pilots of his choosing to initiate diplomatic contact, because Adumar has the capacity and resources to produce the amount of proton torpedoes that Wedge has been lobbying for the New Republic to invest in for years. Wedge and some other pilots have to be the ones to go because the people of Adumar hold pilots in extremely high esteem. This first contact will be documented by an official New Republic documentarian, Hallis, whose chosen means of cinematography is a protocol droid's head attached to her shoulder. As they are about to land on Adumar, Wedge and the pilots he's chosen as part of his diplomatic retinue, Tycho Selchu, Wes Jansen, and Hobby Clivian, are challenged by some young hotshot pilots, and the gang get their first taste of Adumari culture. That is, there is a high value placed on victory in combat, which manifests in a robust dueling practice on land and in the sky. In fact, because of her skill in blast sword combat, there is a young woman named Cheris who is appointed to guide the New Republic delegation around this region of Adumar called Kartan. Wedge quickly learns that everything about this mission is not as it seems. First of all, Adumar does not, in fact, have a unified planetary government, meaning that the boys can help initiate trade with the nation of Kartan, but without a unified government, Adumar can't exactly join the New Republic. Second of all, the Peritor, which is the people of Kartan's name for their leader, of Kartan, hasn't just initiated contact with the New Republic, there's also an Imperial delegation on the ground, also trying to build ties with Adumar. And finally, Adumar actually must have been on the New Republic's radar for longer than Wedge was led to believe. Well, how does he know this? It's because our girl, Ayala Wasiri, is on planet and very undercover, and such things take time to develop. Side note, Ayala has her guard up around Wedge, and when he asks about this, she says that they're not friends anymore. And it's kind of unclear initially, and he's quite heartbroken because he's been in love with her for years. As great pilots, Wedge and the gang are consistently expected to engage in these challenges, which means killing random people with great frequency, and Wedge is not on board with this. The New Republic diplomatic liaison for Kartan, Tomer Darpin, frustrated with Wedge's refusal to engage with local customs, makes it clear that Wedge's behavior may risk destabilizing the New Republic's chance at having long-term contact with Adumar. This is especially the case as the corresponding Imperial diplomats are gleefully participating in Cartesian dueling culture accumulating glory in a way that would be legible to local sensibilities, which is honor in killing. Meanwhile, Wedge has been spending his time teaching other pilots how to fly better using simulated weapons. Despite Tomer's scolding, Wedge decides to stick to his morals no matter what, realizing that this might lose him his position. Wedge realizes that without his position and without Ayala, he's not really sure what he has, so he goes to find her and confesses his love, which she reciprocates, and they reciprocate till dawn. Wedge also realizes that the political intrigue of this whole affair goes even further. Tomer Darpan is no mere diplomatic liaison. He is the head of New Republic intelligence on Adumar. So he's not just some frustrated bureaucrat trying to get his boss off his back. He is a man in a do-or-die situation since he's been creating his own orders for months, which is rather illegal. The thing is, the Imperial leaders are also similarly cooked if things go awry and they can't get Adumar on their side. The Empire obviously has no problem taking a planet's resources through conquest, and definitely does not have a problem orbitally bombarding their own people. So when Wedge runs into Imperial Admiral Rogris at a bar, he initiates friendly-ish contact in the hopes that he can eventually get Rogris to defect. Back at the Parator's court, things have gone further off the rails since the Parator is announcing that 1. He is declaring himself planetary ruler, 2. Anyone who does not recognize his legitimacy is a traitor, and 3. That includes you, Wedge Antilles. Now, with Adumar on the brink of war, and every hot-headed honor-seeker in Kartan trying to kill them, Wedge, Hobby, Wes, and Tycho must gather their strength and get the hell out of Dodge. The gang and the documentarian Hallis all assemble at Ayala's apartment to discuss the situation. Not before escaping hordes of murderous Cartesians. Ayala is initially reluctant to help their case as she works for intelligence, but Hallis happened to have recorded Tomer specifically telling the Parator of Kartan to kill Wedge. It's clear that Tomer has been instrumental in orchestrating this coup, and it's really giving war criminal. Wedge et al. Fuck off to a region of Adumar that is standing against the Cartesian forces. He's told that if he joins the coalition against Kartan, basically every unaligned nation will join forces, so he has no choice but to lead the offensive against the Cartesian invasion, which he wins in seemingly hours, maybe even minutes. Confronted by the invading united force led by Wedge, the Parator of Kartan willingly steps down, choosing his own son to take over his position, who seems to be a much more normal person than his father. The other Adumari governments accept this abdication as a satisfactory sign of defeat, and are willing to forgive the outrageousness of the Cartesian attempted invasion in the name of establishing intra-planetary loyalty. But then the Empire shows up, really unhappy with the idea that the New Republic could get Adumar. So Hallis creates fake propaganda showing that Adumar is at war with itself, so the Imperial forces are really confused when they show up to take Adumar and meet a unified fighting force that is also being aided by the New Republic. Adumar's safety is secured for now, and they have a unified government friendly to the New Republic, and Ayala and Wedge bask in the glow of their accomplishments and have their little happily ever after moment.
That was not bad.
Huh?
That was not bad.
I forgot the thread about Admiral Rogris defecting in the end, but I did hint at it. And also I dropped the thread about the fact that Cheris, the wee assassin lass, is super down bad for Wedge.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. We can talk about that in our thoughts, feelings, and concerns. What are your...
Well, do you have any thoughts?
I do have thoughts, feelings, and concerns. My number one thought is this book is so damn funny.
Aaron Allston is so damn funny.
He's so damn funny.
Ripped to a real one.
Honestly, yeah, like, every time Hobby has showed up in previous books, I have been delighted because I think his vibe is great. And so I was really happy that there was more Hobby.
You look like you think his vibe is great.
Huh?
You look like you think his vibe is great.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You tell me.
No.
I said what I said.
All right.
You can't stop me.
I wouldn't dream to.
I love Aaron Allston.
He's really good
Everyone's
at his job.
like, oh my god, Matt Stover. Matt Stover and Mike Stackpole are the best writers for Star Wars.
How can you say that when Aaron Allston is right there?
And A.C. Crispin.
Yeah.
Like, Aaron Allston and A.C. Crispin, thus far, have seemed to be the only people who can write romance. No shade to Dave Wolverton. The Courtship of Princess Leia is fun.
It is fun, but...
I don't know if I'd consider it a romance.
I would not call it romantic. That's just kidnapping.
It might be romantic if you're Mormon.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I don't know.
Not I. But Aaron is really funny. He's very good at writing women.
Mm-hmm.
No shade to literally everybody else, but
No, he's the GOAT.
also, do you get what I mean about Wes now?
Yeah.
I love him.
He's great.
How could someone not love Wes Jansen?
He's very funny.
He's my cornhorn. I could read books upon books about Wes Jansen, but there are none.
Yeah, that's fucked up. No. It was really nice that Cornhorn was not in this book.
That's my first thought, feeling, or concern. Not the first one, but it's in my list.
Oh, yeah. I love a book that Corn isn't in.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
No shade to the creation of that character, but holy fuck.
Yeah. Because he's a very well-written character, but that's what makes him even more unbearable. He feels real. And I wish he didn't.
Wow, I wish he were written worse.
Yeah.
Because then I'd be like, this is just weird. Okay. Instead of being like, I know men like this and they're the worst people I've ever met in my life.
No, on the note of...
I seem very distraught.
I'm just trying to... There's this one... Oh, this line, because in relation to... They were plotting something.
Well, that helps.
Oh, I got it. In the midst of the political intrigue, Wedge is thinking about the next steps. And he says, with the right tools, say 100,000 Ewoks and a month to prepare, we could probably do what we need to do. In the meantime, we have the right tools to subvert our Imperial Admiral. What tools? Oh, Wes's maturity, your optimism, and my diplomatic skills. Hobby buried his face in his hands. We're doomed. I just wrote, heh. Like, most of my annotations in this book are, hee hee. LOL.
Almost every annotation I made in the physical book were gay.
I also did heart.
Cute.
Yeah.
Someone one day is going to get these books.
Yeah. And be like...
Unless we keep them until we die. But even if we do that...
Someone will get them.
Someone will get them someday. And they'll be like, what the fuck were these people doing?
Just writing... Oh, there's times I did write gay. I just don't know where they are.
I put... My first annotation in the book was gay. Also, why is Wes so hot?
Oh, on page 116, I underlined parts of Wedge's internal monologue in the bar. The fact that no one had sidled up to him with a glib offer told him that there were no professional companions here. And I just underlined professional companions, because that's a very interesting way to put that.
I might not be able to write hookers.
Yeah. Would it harm the New Republic to have such a vital culture? One so inexplicably devoted to the snuffing out of lives join it? And then I wrote, the European Union be like, not...
To which country?
Like, Turkey, but in the...
Turkey isn't in the EU.
They are not in the EU. They want to be in the
NATO.
EU. They are in NATO, but they're not in the EU. And
They're
to
like
be clear...
the deciding force in NATO.
Yes.
Which is really funny.
It is funny. And I want to be clear that I'm not saying that Turkey has a culture that is devoted to the snuffing out of life. I'm just saying that the EU thinks that because the EU is racist.
But only against Turkish people.
Yes.
Not the Greeks.
Well, Greeks would say differently.
But Greece is in the EU now.
Yes, Greece is in the EU. But since joining the EU and
are you talking about them being different from Turkey?
Greece?
Yeah. What is the beef they would have with the statement I made?
The beef that Greek people would have with the statement you made about the EU not being racist against them is that Greek people would then point to the statements made by EU leaders about Greece, especially after the 2008 financial crisis. Basically, because Greece's economy got so bad, the EU was like, clearly it was a mistake to have us let these idiots in because they are stupid. They don't realize the culture that they have in front of them is so important. And they have something innately wrong with their culture that makes them incapable of managing money.
Oh, that is racist.
Yes, it is. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Comment rescinded.
Yeah.
What an insane thing to say.
No, it is wild. Yeah.
And again, they're racist against Polish people in Europe.
Which is crazy.
Well, it's just like Quebec.
Yeah.
If there were Poles here, Quebec would probably be racist to them.
It's true. If there were, like, insert any minority here, Quebec just loves the racism.
Yeah, they really trying to bring back the 1870s.
Yeah. And this is the thing that really pisses me off about people who are, like, talking about how it's disrespectful that the Odyssey didn't cast any Greek people, is, like, they're, like, kind of onto something, but, like, they should just stop being racist about it.
I mean, I think... I think it is ignorant as fuck at best to assume that Greek people didn't know what black people looked like Africans, not American black people. Obviously, they would not have known about the existence of black Americans because black Americans would not exist for another at least
2,000 years. 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
500 years.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. But, like, I'm sorry, you're telling me Greece, which at one point encompassed the entire Mediterranean, none of those people had ever seen a black person? Like, there weren't kingdoms in Africa? Like, the Nubians didn't exist? And maybe this is not the correct term to use, but they did quite literally colonize Egypt.
Yes.
There are black people in Egypt.
Indeed.
Contrary to the Egyptian government's propaganda. There are people of all shades in Egypt.
Yeah. So, motherfuckers out here saying that...
Telling me the Macedonians wouldn't know.
Ridiculous.
Like, okay, and like, look at where not North Macedonia as in the country, or no, not North Macedonia as in the state in Greece, but Macedonia as in the country. You're telling me people located right there had never seen a black person before?
I refuse to believe that.
Like, we didn't have seafaring trade.
Yeah.
Like, the sea peoples had already done their thing. The city of Ur had already been abandoned. Bronze Age over.
Trade happened.
Trade has been happening for thousands of years at that point.
The Mediterranean Ocean is not that big.
It's not, and it's really not that hard to build a boat.
It is not. Yeah.
Especially if you're staying on the coast.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going from city to city.
Easy peasy.
To trade wares from the previous city to the new city.
Yeah.
And, like, there were trade routes into the Mediterranean because people want money. Money existed by the time Greece existed as, like, a concept.
Yeah.
We know this because they talked about it.
Yes.
They did talk about money.
Mm-hmm.
I think there should have been... My issue with the Odyssey, from what I've seen of the trailer, is that the color grading is bad.
Yeah.
They made Zendaya look like she had tuberculosis.
Yeah.
She's not that pale, ever. And they, like, put her in the wrong shades of white for her outfits, which, like, first of all, why are they all wearing white?
Great question. It's like...
They had beetles.
They sure did.
We have...
Snails.
We have remains. Well, no, and it's like, we know that, I think by the time of the... They had plant dyes as far north as Scandinavia, as far back as, like, 8,000 years ago. We have no proof before that, because it's really hard to get clothing to preserve. I think it's like 8,000 years. Like, I think it's by the time of the Bronze Age. And even if they didn't before then, like, sheep have different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have had multicolored outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, how the fuck... You people think that they didn't have... I don't want to call it multicultural because... That's not what I mean, like, in the modern sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like they interacted with other groups of people.
Yes.
Half of the stories are about the Odyssey itself.
Is literally about, oh shit, there's other people. Hello, other people. I've met other people before, and now I'm meeting other people again. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Did you know there's a sea?
Yep.
Did you know I can float across it?
I'm gonna listen to the music of the sirens.
I need to find my wife.
But not that bad. First, I'm gonna sleep with this other woman for 7 years.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
I was gone
Yeah.
for 7 years. What'd you expect me to do? Not sleep with another woman?
Ridiculous. Nah. Well, because it just like goes back to this whole fucking assumption that because when we found shit from the ancient world, it didn't have color on it anymore because dyes fade.
Especially when they're natural dyes.
Yeah.
Or acid dyes, for that matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's only because they tell everyone to wash things on cold, which doesn't clean your clothes as well.
It's true. I wash things on warm.
I also wash things on warm, but I don't put them in the dryer as a consolation.
Yeah.
Well, now everything needs to be washed on cold because they don't pre-shrink any of the fabric. Because it saves the money.
Oh.
So they're hand wash cold, line dry. Or lay flat to dry. I used to own a pair of sweatpants that was hand wash cold, lay flat to dry. From Garage.
That's really...
Isn't that the dumbest fucking thing you've ever heard?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm happy that that lady you went on 2 dates with got fired. What the fuck you doing making sweatpants that are hand wash, cold only? Not even cool. Cold.
Cold is so cold. Also, sweatpants big.
Sweatpants big.
Hand wash, big thing, not good.
Well, I have some...
Yeah, hand wash sweaters.
No, I've hand washed my red pants.
Nice.
I do just throw them in a garment bag at this point and put them in the washer, but...
Real.
They are technically hand wash only, but also it's because they're a non-stretch twill.
As opposed to fucking sweatpants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like hand-stitched.
Yeah.
Like... These are specialty pants.
You got nice pants, man.
Well, no, because it's like hand wash, spot clean.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe it's taken like 8 books or 11 if you include the Young Jedi... What the fuck is that called? Jedi Academy trilogy.
Yes.
To get Ayala and Wedge together.
It's disrespectful is what it is.
They had to go and they had to... Every book be like, okay, we need to pick 5 things from the Jedi Academy trilogy to subvert.
This book will start with Wedge and Quizzox breaking up. Fuck that bird lady.
Fuck her.
Yeah. Although, like, given what has happened to both Wedge and Ayala, it does kind of make sense that it took this long, but it's still offensive. Like, she did...
Well, they can't, like, I guess because these books needed to be PG-13, they can't toxically sleep with each other.
Yeah.
Because that would have been funny.
I feel like they probably were.
There's a lot of the marginal amount of fan fiction there are on them.
There should be more.
From before they get married.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's...
Wait, so there's fanfic about Wedge and Ayala toxically hooking up before? Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, I feel like the way they interact in this book,
We're not friends.
Yeah.
I'm not your little friend.
Yeah.
You wanted to date that fucking bird lady.
Yeah. Like, it really... I feel like there's, like, subtext.
Corin and Ayala have had sex?
Well, based on, like, Corin tells that whole story about, like, remember when...
But it was that one time.
Arisi Delaret was like, we should sleep together, and Corin was like, no, because remember, like, there was this time that happened where, like, Ayala saved my life, and I wanted to sleep with her, and then we didn't sleep together.
That doesn't preclude all the times that she didn't save his life, and then they hooked up.
Yes. You're right.
I don't know why anyone listens to us.
Don't think about it. We're so funny. Well, because I remember when, like, Ayala was talking to Wedge in this book, and she's talking about her grief, and she was like, oh, every time it ever got insurmountable, my hand found either yours or Corin's. Which
Weird.
is weird.
Weirdo
Like, I
behavior.
wouldn't... That's not how I would describe any of my friends comforting me unless I was sleeping with them, which I'm not sleeping with any of my friends,
That we know of.
famously.
I don't know what you'd be doing.
You know what I'm doing.
Maybe you wouldn't tell me. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, Ayala was very, like, femme fatale coded in this book, just because, like, she's a spy. She wears sheath dresses. Sheath
Sheath dresses.
Sheath Palpatine dresses.
The dresses that he wore in the Senate.
Oh, there's cross-dressing in this book.
There is.
It's fun.
I highlighted it because I switched to reading the EPUB
Mm-hmm.
at some point because I was reading it in bed.
Real.
And I literally, the note I have is, oh my god, it's just like Some Like It Hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Military men love cross-dressing
Yeah.
to entertain each other. I don't know if they probably don't do it anymore, but
It's illegal now.
Some Like It Hot, the movie.
They'll be told that they need to take more testosterone.
Forgot that Marilyn Monroe was in this movie.
Oh, that's the only thing I remember about that movie.
See, the only thing I remember about that movie is that Jack Lemmon is in it.
Huh.
Yeah. Based on Fanfare of Love, which is a 1935 French film. And it was remade in West Germany in 51 and then as Some Like It Hot in 59. It's Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon, George Raft, Pat O'Brien, and Joe E. Brown.
Wow.
And it's considered one of the greatest films ever made.
Really?
And it was one of the first 25 films for preservation in the U.S. National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Oh, actually, I've never seen this movie.
I can download it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they literally they disguise themselves to get out of a pinch. In Some Like It
A
Hot.
snafu.
Yeah. All I'm saying is my comment was correct. I'm not just like, ooh, cross-dressing.
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
no.
that other cross-dressing movie.
You were correct. Question, is the mentioning of the plotting of the unknown regions at, like, because they find Adumar because they're like, we want to plot the unknown regions.
You're going to have to stop calling them the unknown regions.
Because then they'll be known. I thought that was really funny. Wedge is so sassy.
He is so sassy.
I love him. Yeah. Is that like a setup for Canathron? You think? You're not going to answer that?
No.
Okay.
You're going to have to figure out by yourself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's really crazy that they keep all the poor people in Adumar underground, and it's mentioned one time.
It's mentioned twice.
2 times?
Mm-hmm.
That's so crazy.
They have
Flat
underground
screen.
company towns
Yeah.
where people go to work and then they're so tired after their shifts they just go home and watch the flat screen. Which I guess in 1999 seemed like a little more far-fetched. Not the first half, but the flat screen part.
Yeah. How'd they make the screen flat? Screen tube.
Screen tube. Well, no, they had... I mean, it wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
But...
No. I guess we'll talk more about that later.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Anything else you want to mention?
Well, one last thing is, like, at the start of the book, Wedge and Quizux are out for dinner, and she's eating something described as factory-bred Coruscant game fowl. Isn't she a bird? A bird lady? Like, I know she's not, like, probably the convergent evolution or like, relation that she has to birds is probably not that much. But, like, I wouldn't eat another primate.
Well, there are people who would.
Oh, true.
There are communities who eat bushmeat.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has adverse side effects because we are pretty genetically close to
Yeah.
other primates, but also we get mad cow, and cows are not very similar to us, but
They are
also
not.
we are pretty similar to bananas.
It's true. Erroneous line of questioning, I suppose. But I just thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, I guess, if I remember right, most humanoid, like, there's a bunch of offshoots of, like, humanoid species that are, like, near human. I don't think Quizux is near human, but, like, they all at one point were one species.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I saw people arguing about this in one of the Star Wars subreddits not too long ago, where it was like, oh, well, if you can breed two species together, they're not different species, which is false. Because donkeys exist.
Yeah. Mules.
Donkeys can mate
with horses
and make mules.
But then mules cannot reproduce.
For now.
Whoa.
I think some of the, like, carnivorous cat breeds can reproduce. Like,
interesting.
Hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just a lot. They are different species within, like, canine.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's also, how do you quantify a species?
It's a very slippery subject that I never fully understood. Because there seems to be, like, you have to define the criteria for a species, but then scientists disagree on, like, what those criteria are.
Yes.
And there's different schools of thought.
Well, and also, if you find a quote-unquote new species, it might not be a new species. It might just be a different age of a species we already know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would eat a primate. Not the brains, though.
No.
Because I don't like prion diseases. But that's also the reason I don't eat cow brains, which a lot of people also consider a delicacy.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I want to eat
all
any
of the other
brains.
organs are fair game, though.
Oh, yeah.
All the ones that are edible.
Yeah.
Besides the brain.
Yeah.
No, I like not going insane.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think I would seek out primate, but if I was, like, at someone's house and they were like, oh, here's a primate dish.
You want chimp? And I'd be like, well...
Well, I wouldn't... I just, like, I don't want to be
Can I try it?
Like, even when I was vegetarian and I was at someone's house and people served me meat, I wasn't going to be like, I'm not going to eat that because I'm vegetarian. Like, they fucking cooked for me. I'll eat it. Which... It hurt my stomach. Like, a lot. But I hate saying no to people. Maybe that's a me issue. Yeah.
When I was vegetarian, I would refuse to eat meat until my doctor was like,
Come on, man.
You gotta.
You need iron.
Please.
I'm begging you.
For the love of God.
Yeah. Okay, those are the end of my thoughts.
Well, I think I've already said all my thoughts, which is Wes Jansen is the love of my life, which I say every time he's in a book. I love him.
He's great.
You get it now.
Yes. I'm aboard the Wedge train.
The Wedge train?
The West train.
The West train.
Sorry, Freudian slip.
And also Tycho.
I love Tycho. Confusion to your enemies. And frothing disease to yours.
You ready to talk about Wedge Antilles vaginismus?
Yes. Been waiting to all day. Okay, so.
Wedge is a little fruity.
Expand on that.
No.
You have a quote right here.
I have 4 quotes. So, I think it's the first chapter. Let me double check.
Mm-hmm.
It's within the first 20 pages of the book for sure. In the first chapter.
Excellent.
This is my first gay. And we'll talk about the breakup with Quizux in a second, I guess. But when he's talking, he's thinking about his comrades, his men-in-arms, his buddies. And I guess I'm just going to read the big quotes, and then we can discuss them. So with Tycho, he is described as A lean man, blonde, graying in dignified fashion at the temples, and with handsome features and an aristocrat's bearing. The perfection of his looks might have made him appear severe, even cruel in earlier years, but the beatings life had handed him. Okay, the loss of his family at the hands of Grand Moff Tarkin and the First Death Star, capture and attempted brainwashing by Imperial intelligence head Izan Izard, and suspicion on the part of New Republic military intelligence forces that despite his escape, he had succumbed to all that brainwashing and was an enemy in their midst. All had weathered him in spirit, if not in form. Now, he still looked in every way the cold aristocrat, until one looked in his eyes and saw the humanity and signs of distant pain there. It's a little gay.
It is a little gay.
It's a little gay.
If I was asked to describe you, I would say
brown hair,
tall, green eyes.
What do you look like? You are like 5'6" brown hair, brown eyes, looks vaguely Turkish.
Yes.
Titties like you've never seen.
Well, that's gay.
No, it's not. That's just an observation.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Snatched waist. You wouldn't know it.
It's a secret.
It's a secret, but
when I tell my secrets to the select few, and I am built like a wasp.
You're not built like a wasp. You're built like fucking Marilyn Monroe.
No, I mean wasp is in the bug.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was the person that you were like, I don't look like them?
Grace Kelly?
Yeah.
I don't look like Grace Kelly.
No, but body-wise,
Yeah. Proportionally, yes, I do look like Grace Kelly.
Like, it's giving Marilyn Monroe. It's giving Grace Kelly.
Audrey Hepburn, if she put on 10 pounds.
No, you have more.
Titty?
Yeah, more titty.
It's true. But we did the Kibby body test, whatever the fuck, earlier this week. And
you have the most snatched waist I've ever seen in my life. Do you know your measurements?
I know there's like 10 centimeter difference between my waist and my hips. That's all. We can do the measurements later.
I could do it. We could figure it out.
Yeah.
Although that would be a little gay. You got to be okay with being a little gay.
I can be a little gay.
Okay. I mean, but it makes sense. Wedge and Tycho have been through a lot.
Yeah.
Probably looks at Tycho a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're wingmates.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, you're old now. But you're like aging like fucking George Clooney for some reason, even though these characters do not know who George Clooney is.
No. The way he's
I'm just thinking about a Tycho played by George Clooney like 20 years ago.
I don't like George Clooney that much. I don't think...
Yeah, but he's like the only blonde man I can think of.
Is he blonde?
I think he's blonde-ish.
I don't think he's blonde. No, I'm picturing Tycho like that judge that outmogged Clavicular.
That man is not blonde.
Yes, he is.
Well, I thought he had brown hair.
No.
Oh. Maybe. Or like,
I'm
Cary Grant, if Cary Grant was blonde?
Paul Newman.
Robert Redford?
Oh, I love Robert Redford. No, you're so right. I mean, this is just like hair-colored hair.
My mother would call it dishwater brown.
Damn.
She has that color of hair.
George Clooney. Young. I don't understand. No, he got brown hair.
Damn, he's kind of hot in that picture.
Yeah.
I guess graying George Clooney.
Mm-hmm. George Clooney, handsome.
I rescind my comment.
Okay.
I can't think of blonde people. Because why would you cast blonde men in movies?
You shouldn't.
Well, they didn't for a really long time because...
George Clooney with long hair. Pretty.
That looks worse than the one you just showed me.
I like long hair.
Okay, well, now that we've established that Tycho and Wedge are besties, might be a little gay.
Yeah.
But in, like, the way that teenage boys are gay.
Yeah.
Even though that was a little too eloquent for a teenage boy.
Yeah.
Wes Jansen is the next one. Jansen's self-promotion came out of a desire to entertain rather than from any serious case of narcissism. But he was as good-looking as he suggested. Like Wedge, and the majority of other successful fighter pilots, he was a few centimeters short of average height, but Jansen was unusually broad in the shoulders. and endowed with a body that showed muscle definition after only light exercise, and was not inclined to fat. His hair was a rich brown, and his merry features were not just handsome, but preternaturally youthful. He was in his 30s, but could pass for 10 years younger. A most unfair combination, Wedge thought.
Because, like, I don't know, it's fun when you're like...
Why are you thinking about this man's abdominal muscles so much?
It's a good question. Wedge just wants to look like him. It's the confusion of, like, do I want to be him, or do I want to be with him? Ooh.
Maybe. Would you like to hear hobbies?
Please.
The fourth pilot leaned in for a handshake. He was lean, with dark hair, and a face best suited to wearing mournful expressions.
Wow.
That's how I would describe you.
Yeah, in 2 sentences.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Not
am...
being like, God, Lenny, just every time Lenny works out, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like,
how did you put on muscle so quickly?
I'm just staring at your muscles.
Yeah, my rippling...
Please take off your shirt.
Is my face best suited to wearing mournful expressions?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a very dramatic face.
You do.
So how does Wedge describe himself?
Like you would describe yourself?
Average.
Wedge was...
not noteworthy.
Like Jansen, below average height, and he thought of himself as one of the most ordinary-looking men alive. But admirers had told him that his features bespoke intelligence and determination. Qui had said there was a mesmerizing depth to his brown eyes. Other ladies had been charmed by his hair. It was worn short, but as long as military regulations allowed, and was the sort of fine hair that stirred in any breeze and invited ladies' hands to run through it. He gave an internal shrug. Perhaps he didn't suffer as much as he feared in comparison with extroverts like Jansen. He just wished that when he was shaving, he could see some of the traits his admirers noted.
He's so me.
Well, yeah, dude, you're just like, you're trying to like scrape hair off your face, King. It's not a...
Yeah, when you're just like moving your facial muscles around to get the razor in the between the, you know? I've never shaved my face, but I've seen people on TV do it, and they always go...
Makes even the hottest man look ugly as fuck.
Yeah. Or when, like, you, like, tuck your lips in to get the mustache.
I need you to stop making the face while you do it, because...
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
And it makes you sound like a turtle when you try to talk while you're doing it.
Yes, as we have just learned. Wedge is so you.
Yeah. Now, you might think it's egotistical for me to compare myself to Wedge Antilles, the greatest fighter pilot in the galaxy.
He doesn't think he's the greatest fighter pilot in the galaxy. He's
No.
like, I am the world's most regular guy.
Average.
Nobody likes me. Haven't been really good friends with the leader of the interplanetary government for over 10 years.
No.
For over 15 years at this point.
I must still address her with her honorifics because I don't want to be presumptuous.
That is really you.
Yeah. No, it's like when...
Me being like, I can just give you a key to my house.
Does that mean I'm invited if you're telling me about something? Yes.
No, I just was telling you about things to make you feel bad. Like all of your worst anxieties.
I'm going to listen to this and I'm going to play it on loop in my head as proof that I'm correct.
Shut the fuck up. This is your fault. You do this to yourself.
What do I do to myself?
When people tell you about things, normally they are asking you to go.
I'll play this in my head now.
Good.
Okay. I'll clip this part of the podcast. I'll make a little reel.
I'll make a bad Canva graphic. You can make it your phone background.
Your friends like you dumb whore. Yeah, but so what does Wedge's weird
Well-
comparison of himself to his friends that he thinks are hotter than him, except for Hobby, have to do with
Hobby's just a guy.
literally just a guy.
Me. I'm literally just a dude. Can I be hot? Sometimes.
I think you're hot all the time.
Don't know what to tell you about that. There are times where I'm categorically not attractive.
Me, Leo, thinking you're hot all the time. Also,
Me throwing up in my nightgown. Oh my god. Like literally, oh my god, you're so pretty. Am I? Am I now? I feel like shit. There's vomit on my nightgown. I don't think that's particularly hot.
It looks like jewelry on you.
See, no, but I know I can be attractive.
That's good knowledge to have.
I don't need to be attractive all the time. Sometimes I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're pretty when you cry.
Yeah.
I'm saying this so you don't cry in front of me ever again.
Do you not like it when I cry in front of you?
Well, no, if you need to cry, you can cry. I'm just trying not to be the cause of you crying.
You're not the cause of... Okay, whatever.
I know, it's a joke.
Oh.
Let me joke.
Fuck!
You stupid
Again.
bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me saying I'm 3 for 3 on not making you cry is a joke.
Oh, okay.
If we can make it through today, it'll be 4 for 4.
Hell yeah. We should start, like that meme, or I know they do that, like it's been
Should start
0 days.
tallying.
Yeah. Since this factory has last had an accident.
Yeah, no, and I realize that sometimes guys are kind of gay.
Yeah,
I know that.
famously.
I did sports in school. I've seen teenage boys interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen adult men interact with each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of gay sometimes. And that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You can be a little gay even if you're a straight man.
Mm-hmm. More of that, actually.
Well,
Affection is good.
affection is good. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like let's measure our dicks right next to each other.
Oh yeah,
kinda
that's gay. Yeah. I knew that, but I forgot about it.
Affection good.
Affection good.
Literal dick measuring contests. Maybe a little fruity.
Yeah. No.
Also, that's not a hypothetical. I knew guys that did that.
Oh no, I know that. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get it. Sometimes you're a little gay with your friends.
Mhm.
And Aaron Allston is a very gifted writer. But the way that these men are written about, just like, I don't think about you in that way. I don't think about Thomas in that way.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like there's also like a difference between, like, yeah, like the premise of this is it's Wedge's internal monologue, but
But also they need to describe everything that's happened in the last 7 books.
yeah, it's exposition and context building.
And that is fine.
Yeah.
But it's still a little gay.
Yes. No. Like I think
Just a wee bit.
no. Like,
But it's also just really funny that Hobby has brown hair.
he looks sad all the time.
He looks best when he looks sad.
Yeah.
Why is he sad? Because you're being gay with everyone else but him?
That would make me sad. I would feel left out. I hate feeling left out. Yeah, but it's interesting, like, I don't know, going back to Wedge thinking about himself as a deeply ordinary motherfucker, despite the fact that he is literally Wedge Antilles. And we know what he looks like because he was in the movies. He's handsome. He's a good-looking guy.
Ewan McGregor's uncle.
Yeah.
Pretty dude.
The
Hobby also in the movies.
yes.
And so is Wes.
Yes. But just in terms of, providing material evidence that Wedge Antilles is good looking, actually, and he should shut the fuck up about himself.
Wow, all my friends are so hot.
Yeah.
Why can't I be hot like my friends?
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I'm staring at my friends while they're working out. There's also the added element of, I cannot remember what interview it is. Wow, this is going to be such a nothing burger episode, actually.
It's fine.
It's fine. I hope you have important things to talk about later.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of us just speculating. I cannot remember what interview it is, but there is an interview at some point where Aaron Allston is like, I always thought Wes and Hobby were gay
Oh, yeah.
and in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have a note about that. where like when they get taken to Adumar for the first time, and like Tomer is showing them around their quarters and saying, "Oh, they're servants."
I don't think it's pronounced Tomer.
How's Tomer?
It's probably Tomer.
Okay, well,
Actually, the man is Israeli. We have decided. It's not our fault.
yeah, he's no, it's not.
Tomer, Tom for short. He'll never listen to this.
No, I know. It's just I just privately laugh to myself? Is that
It's a crime.
is it? It's not allowed
It's
anymore.
punishable by 30 years in prison,
Good.
which is more time than an ICE agent will get for killing someone.
That seems unfair.
You and the Antifa terrorists who destroyed the reflecting pool.
Menaces to society we are. And certainly founded concerns to public safety.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
My shitty jokes and the very real threat of Antifa. Because the funniest thing about
the
it...
tire tracks
of the
on
yeah.
the reflecting pool?
Yeah, no, because certainly driving a fucking motorcade on top of cement has never caused any damage before. It must be Antifa.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So, Tomer?
I don't know. We can just keep saying Tomer.
Yeah. It's funny.
We're accidentally making the kind of shitty guy Israeli. And it's not on purpose. They should have picked a different name.
Yeah, they should have.
Cannot think of a single other group of people that uses that name.
Yeah. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, they're being introduced to their surroundings, and Tomer is like, okay, well, we have servants around who can attend to your every single need. And Wes is like, every need? And Hobby's like, let me find the exact quote. No, Hobby said, some of your needs stray too far outside human norms, which I feel like is a sexual innuendo.
Probably. There's a lot of sexual innuendo in this book.
There is indeed. I made one in my plot overview.
Mm-hmm.
They reconcile till dawn. I wrote that this morning. I was so proud of myself.
No, I think that's what Cornyn Mirax did after he forgot about her for 3 months.
Like, literally reconciling because he was just apologizing.
It's like, I'm so sorry. We can have a baby.
Do you still want a baby with me?
Do you still want a baby? I've decided I want children.
Yeah.
Sorry for arguing with you about this for 3 years.
Made it more difficult than it needed to be. Yeah.
There's also the fact that the very interesting descriptions of the boys comes immediately after Wedge's breakup with Quizooks, however the fuck you pronounce her name, the bird lady. Where I would like to note that the first line, this chapter is on par with iJedi in the, like, insane things in the first chapter.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we ended space racism and that I get to know my wife. And she was beautiful and fragile, and he could not count the number of times he had told her he loved her. That is the first line of this book.
Insane.
And then the chapter ends on him being like, God, I could just stare at Wes Jansen all day.
Yeah, it is wild. Oh, man. Yeah. No, because it's really interesting putting Wedge's breakup with Quizooks next to the scene of him getting together with Ayala. Because, like, Ayala's assumption, like, the reason Ayala doesn't want to talk to Wedge anymore is because she's heartbroken by the fact that he started dating Quizooks.
Yes.
And...
Which, why didn't you say anything?
Yeah, that's the thing. But then it's also really interesting that Quizooks was literally, like, broke up with Wedge because she told him that, quote, like, she got the sense that she was a practice run for somebody else.
Which is
really... That's, like, not a good...
Unfortunate.
That's not a good feeling. And, but... it also seems like she doesn't hold that against him because she also kind of needed, I guess, a dry run as well,
Yeah.
you know, because she was brainwashed for most of her life, seemingly.
Yeah, and then she got her memory erased
Yeah.
by little Sun Crusher boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's difficult, and it's probably good to be with a guy who's nice and
Wedge Antilles nice confirmed.
yeah.
I think it's really funny that he's like confused not by the fact that she's breaking up with him, but also the fact that she's breaking up with him.
Yeah.
Where he's like, wait a damn minute, which is the funniest way to have this play out.
Oh, for sure.
As like we don't want.
Like both of them came to the same conclusion at the same time.
Yeah, and then like from the author point of view being like, okay, well, Allston had an agenda, and that agenda was that is the most fucked up looking squirrel. It's like blonde, and it almost looks like a meerkat.
Bro, that's crazy.
Well, we live in Quebec, and I don't think there's meerkats here unless one was domesticated illegally and got out.
And became one with the squirrels.
Maybe. Can meerkats and squirrels have sex?
Let's find out.
Discuss.
What was Allston's agenda?
Oh, that by the end of this book, Ayala and Wedge were going to be together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone kind of attributes this to like the Zahn, Stackpole, Allston, which is universe, which is kind of equivalent to like the Favreau Filoni verse, where they're like, we're remaking God in our image, and no one can stop us. Which makes sense, you know, of like the quote unquote required reading for New Jedi Order. It is, you know, the Thrawn trilogy, X-Wing, Hand of Thrawn.
Yeah.
It's like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So it's like, they are books written by these three authors. They are considered the quote-unquote important books, where everything else is kind of like ancillary, I guess would be the best, maybe not the best word, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really funny that that's how you have that play out in the same way with the like Mara Jade Lando bit in the last book.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it might be in Jedi Academy that Mara and Lando, it is communicated to the audience that they are dating.
Mm-hmm.
And then in iJedi, Mara Jade is like, oh yeah, that fruity motherfucker Lando Calrissian, he's got really feminine shoulders.
His cloaks are too damn small for me.
Look at me, I'm in a cat suit. I'm like the most feminine looking person there is. Lando's got feminine shoulders even for me. Which is to, you know, set up her and Luke being thrust together in Hand of Thrawn. Which is fascinating. And it happens in every book. In every book there's a few changes where you're like, if you've read other books, you're like, this is interesting.
Yeah. I guess it's a feature of me not having read that many of the other books for me to be like, But
you've tried to read Jedi Academy trilogy
3 times.
You've gotten 10 pages in.
Each time.
Which is why you knew that Luke Skywalker went to the Senate.
Yep.
About opening a Jedi Academy, which I did not know.
Yeah. I guess that's useful information. Yeah.
But it's kind of like the start of the like overarching plot that really does take hold in New Jedi Order, which was a planned thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the story with the ending of the story was decided. I don't know if the original ending of the story is the ending of that series, but like they planned everything out.
They planned the end of NJO out?
They planned all of the plot beats of NJO, and then when they... See, this is why you need to listen to the 6-part... It's 6 fucking parts. The 6-part NJO docuseries on YouTube. And it's collected interviews done by the guy that created it, and also like collected interviews from online. Where they talk about like the planning stage and the execution stage, and it goes through like book by book. So he finds interviews from like, I think it's R.A. Salvatore that does the first one. It's right there. I can't read. Hi. Which one of you? Dark Tide Heroes Trial. It is R.A. Salvatore. It's the farthest one away and I can't really read it.
R.A. Salvatore?
Yes. Who also does the Attack of the Clones novelization.
Fun.
I'm not... I realize these books are like 30 years old. I'm not going to spoil it because we're going to read them. But basically, when writers were contracted to write NJO books, they were like, okay, well, this is where the book needs to start, and this is where the book needs to end. Anything in between, with the exception of, like, killing Luke or Leia or Han Solo or whatever, is fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an interesting way to write a book series.
Yeah.
But it is, you know, a 19-book series with at least 10 authors.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, yeah. And this is kind of setting that up, probably because some of... I don't know if Zahn was a consultant. But I think that, like, Stackpole and Allston, I don't know if they were consulted on the plot itself, but they did write for NJO.
Mm-hmm.
And bring up these, like, previous plot beats as well.
And then...
Where, like, some of the Wraiths come back.
Nice.
I think, in Allston's.
And then how is this related to the retconning of Quizux in this book?
Well, Ayala is, to my knowledge, in NJO.
Uh-huh. And is Wedge at NJO?
Wedge is a main character
Oh, great.
in Star Wars. Like, in the expanded universe material.
Yeah.
Almost every book
Is about Wedge.
has Wedge Antilles in it.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Like-
Wedge Antilles. I should have maybe done this not on my phone. Wikipedia. Legends. In canon, he has hazel eyes
Oh.
and not brown eyes. Human Corellian. Oh no, they're hazel here too, but there's a footnote. God, there's too much information here. Also, the ads on Fandom Wiki have gotten so much worse.
It's so bad.
Do you want me to just send this to you so you can, like, scroll through his appearances? Because I think you should.
Like right now or in life?
No, right this second. And just scroll, go to appearances, and then just start scrolling.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No.
Okay, so Quizux and Wedge's relationship is done in this way so that they can both
So they can continue.
to be together and they can continue in this way for NJO.
Okay, Ayala is in several... the first mention is in Rogue Squadron, which is... makes sense. First appearance is in Wedge's Gamble. Shut up. Not you. Is in iJedi. Is in Starfighters of Adumar. Is in Vision of the Future. Is in all 4 of the Union comics. Is in Dark Tide, Ruin, Rebel Dream, Rebel Stand, The Unifying Force, Betrayal, Legacy of the Force, Betrayal, Tempest, Exile, Fury, and is mentioned in Mercy Kill.
Cool.
So it does have kind of an overarching... Also, her and Wedge have children.
Sorry? Ayala and Wedge have children?
Yes.
Cool.
But if you look at Quizux,
She's nowhere.
I think she kind of drops off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
But we can figure that out for real. I think they should move Wikipedia off of fandom.
Yeah.
But they won't. That's not how you spell Quizux. This is so short. It's so easy to scroll down here. Death Star, Jedi Surge, Dark Apprentice, Champions of the Force, Jedi, Children of the Jedi, Darksaber, Starfighters of Adumar, is in Dark Tide Onslaught, Ruin, and then Edge of Victory, Rebirth, and Dark Journey. Those are a lot less.
Yeah.
She's significantly less important as a character.
She's based on Mermea from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Wait, is that the lady?
That is the lady.
Oh my god, it's the lady!
Yeah.
She's a name?
Mermea.
Is this Star Wars? They all have names.
Yeah. Mermea, for those who haven't seen the Star Wars Holiday Special.
They don't know what the masturbation machine is.
The Mind Evaporator?
The Mind Evaporator, that's what it's called.
Mermea was a holographic fantasy woman who existed within virtual reality as an erotic entertainer for users of mind evaporators and holoprojectors.
Which was shown on screen.
Yes.
For like 4 minutes.
Yeah, while Chewie's grandpa jerked it in the living room.
Is it Chewie's grandpa or is it?
No, it's Chewie's dad.
Yeah.
It's Lumpy's grandpa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or is his name Lumpy?
No.
The child named something else.
The child's name is Lumpy. The father's name is Itchy, I think.
Okay, thank you. So happy you have the Winter Selchu.
I should double check. If I look up Itchy, itchy skin, scalp, anus, ears, eyes, throat, and French,
and
armpits, nipples. Huh?
Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons.
Oh.
It's a parody of Tom and Jerry.
Ah.
It was a way to make fun of people who said that children's television was too dangerous these days.
That's funny.
It showed too much violence in 1989.
Yeah, Itchy is his father. Lumpy.
Lumpy is the son.
Yep.
Well, Lumpy's a little hacker.
Shout out Lumpy. God.
Well, that's why I don't like her.
Because she is adapted from the Star Wars Holiday Special. Yeah, that's not a very illustrious pedigree as a fictional
the greatest
character.
Cinematography.
Yeah.
To ever exist in the Star Wars universe.
Honestly, yeah. Like, Wedge and Quizzox break up in this way where they both mutually agree that they should not date, and almost in a way that, like, constructs their relationship as, like,
trivial and stupid.
A frivolous high school relationship.
Yes.
Like, the relationship that you have when you're young to figure out how to have a relationship. Which is, to your point...
damning thing to do.
Yeah,
that's a 30-year-old man.
Yeah. No. I mean, listen, everybody's a late bloomer sometimes. But it's also damning in terms of, like, dunking on the creation of another author. It's like, oh yeah, you know that the relationship you had Wedge be in for 3 books? High school romance. Trivial.
They wanted to remake the EU in their image, and that's okay.
Oh yeah,
in the same way that Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau are remaking the canon in their image.
Yeah, the difference is Aaron Allston, Mike Stackpole, and Timothy Zahn make consistently good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for Cornhorn. Even though he's very well written.
Yeah.
Is he a consistently good thing?
He's a consistent burden to my psyche.
Mm-hmm.
But based on how I act in my life, you'd think that I would consider burdens to my psyche as a positive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For real?
For real, bro. But yeah, it's just really funny. Like, I feel like it is interesting, though, that when Wedge and Ayala do get together, is it fine to start talking about that now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is that Ayala, like, Wedge never disabuses Ayala of her notion that, like, Ayala is the second choice. Like, I guess he does by, like, making it very clear that he is choosing her in that moment, but...
Well, also, she's not the second choice because he just knew her first. It's not his fault that her husband came back from the dead and then she had to, like, execute him.
Yeah. No, for sure. But, like, she said that to him. Like, she was like, I don't want you to tell me that you want me now that you've stopped dating this feather brain, which, is that racist?
feels very catty,
Yeah.
but not racist.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's like, oh, what, now that you're done with that whore?
Yeah. You've gone
No.
and sown your wild oats. You want to come settle down with me?
I'm so happy nobody talks like that, actually. That is something that only exists in 19th century novels. Nobody talked like that in real life. I refuse to believe it.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, okay, so I think it's fascinating. They haven't spoken in God knows how long.
Yeah.
It's been... When does Krytos Trap happen?
Like, I think...
Like 6 ABY?
Yeah. Oh, should I look that up?
He's been dating Queezux for several years at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, I'm so hurt that you don't think we're friends. When's the last time you reached out to this woman?
Yeah.
Riddle me that.
7 ABY.
This is 13 ABY.
Yeah.
So we're 5 years out.
6.
Go fuck yourself.
No.
I don't need to know how to do math. I study novels.
I just was providing information,
Thank
not
you.
necessarily criticizing you.
The tone was giving criticizing.
You think I can modulate my tone to
Yes, I've
achieve
seen you
correct?
do Don't play dumb with me. I've seen you do it before.
I've never played dumb.
I'm gonna stab you with this sewing needle.
Okay. Whatever you want.
Is he's like, wow, I'm so sad that Ayala doesn't want to be my friend. And it's like at no point in the last, okay, so they had dated for several years. In like the 3 or 4 years in between
Yeah.
Derek dying and Queezux coming into the picture. I guess it's 2 years because we meet her in I, Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I just started dating this really hot bird lady.
Yeah. And Wedge...
And then Corin is like, I don't like her because she's a bird lady. You should break up with her and
date a homeworld girl.
date someone from Corellia because I'm so racist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Wedge and Ayala do see each other at the start of I, Jedi. So it's been like 2 years. But 2 years is...
2 years is kind of a while.
2 years is a long time.
Especially if it's not like, I mean, I have friends I haven't spoken to in a while, but they all have infants.
Yeah. That changes your life.
Yeah, no, I'm like not being like, oh, we should FaceTime 3 times a week. No, you have a 1-year-old.
Yeah. No, there is...
I'm not going to hold that against you.
Yeah, come on.
But at no point were you like, damn, Ayala, before you started dating Queezux, I'm still in love with you. I've been in love with you since I tried to have sex with you and your husband answered the door. Which, like, that's a mood killer if there ever was one.
Yeah.
But
You can learn.
I know I have to keep doing it, but then it doesn't look as nice.
Do you have a sewing machine now?
I do.
Wow.
I got one on sale.
Nice.
I used it to make 2 pairs of tap pants, but also hand finishing just looks nicer.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are all French seams, so it's like I could do the first seam by machine, but then I would want to do the seams I see.
So they look good, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they look really good.
It's a curse.
What? Being really good at hand sewing?
I don't think I'm really good.
You're a lot better than me. But you've been
have you considered
what?
making a bunch of underwear?
No. I have not considered that.
Because my hand stitching has improved immensely
That makes sense.
since I started making tap pants.
Yeah.
And these bra things.
Yeah. No,
I could even send you the you can print out your own pattern.
I'm deeply unlikely to do that, but
Could be cute loungewear in your hot ass fucking apartment.
true. Yeah, well,
They are quite modest.
like with most things, after my thesis is done.
Yeah. Like doing several entire garments by hand before I bought the machine. And then realizing I just really don't like how the finishing stitches look on the machine. You get pretty
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Pretty even stitches.
Yeah.
I think I'm averaging like 9 or 10 stitches an inch.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's okay.
But Ayala and Wedge. Yeah, so it's probably a mood killer. The whole Derek situation.
Yes.
And also, like, you have to get over your dead husband again.
Yeah. And this time you were forced to kill him.
But why didn't you say something when they started dating?
Yeah.
She'd be like, Wedge, I'm in love with you.
I mean, it's a difficult...
Because then you can just solve the problem. If he really wants to date the bird lady...
Then you know.
Then you stop being friends.
Yeah.
Which happens. It sucks. So then they're on this planet. She's already on this planet. And she's like, we're not friends. Who told you we were still friends?
Yeah.
Crazy. And then he's like, what do you mean we're not friends anymore? What happened? What? We didn't have a friend breakup. Which, like, go fuck yourself.
You're 30. Not every friend breakup is a friend breakup. Sometimes you just stop being friends.
You just don't speak to someone for 2 years.
Things change.
And then she's really rude about your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
In a kind of sexist way.
A little bit.
And then... I don't know how to pronounce her name. The woman with the 3PO unit.
I've been saying Hollis.
Yeah, and then Hollis is like... Okay, well then he keeps showing up at Ayala's apartment. And she's like, stop coming here. You're not supposed to know I live here.
Yeah.
How did you figure this out? Don't come here. You're gonna blow my cover. It's gonna be fucked. What is wrong with you? And then he's like, why don't you respect me, Ayala?
How did I lose your regard?
What the fuck? And then she's like, go fuck yourself. You picked that bird lady over me. Which is a normal reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue.
Yeah. No, it's like, I don't know, if you... Okay, so the nature of their relationship, I guess, like, using iJedi as, like, the most recent benchmark of the last time we saw them. They didn't even interact. They just talked about each other to other people.
Yeah.
Like, they were kind of keeping each other at a distance because Wedge was like, oh, I don't know if Ayala is ready, and Ayala was like, well, Wedge is finally getting to be a person by himself now that he's not in the service in the same way as before. I feel like I should let him figure himself out. And I guess...
And then you get mad when he figures himself out.
Yeah.
Turns out he doesn't like the bird lady all that much.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess it's just good that Wedge was then able to just, like, years later figure himself out, which is, I guess,
He'd be like,
what's interesting.
why don't you love me?
Yeah. Well, it's also interesting because, like, when he
forces Wes Jansen to wait outside.
Which is so funny.
Now he has sex with his lost love.
Yeah. No, he's like, what? The sun's out? That's crazy.
Sorry, have you been squatting here this whole time?
Yeah, I've been fucking, like, what? Yeah. But, like, when he... Okay, so they have this conversation. Ayala is like, man, you fucking dated somebody else. That really, really hurt. It was just impossible to be your friend because I had all these feelings for you. Sorry. And then he was, like, halfway out the door, and then he started feeling this sense of danger. And I thought it was really interesting the way that, like, these emotions that he was having in the scene with Ayala, he contextualized it in relation to, like, emotions he has when he's flying. Because he's like, yeah, on the ground, I don't have instincts about what the right thing to do is, but I do have these instincts when I'm flying. And something that I'm feeling right now
is wrong.
Is similar to some thoughts I've had when I'm flying. Maybe I'm making the wrong choice. And so in that moment, he turns around and he's like, no, Ayala, this is stupid.
Go fuck yourself. We're talking this out.
We're talking this out, and I love you.
Bold.
Yeah. And then he kisses her in it's a very, I don't know, he was taking a bit of a risk in assuming that she would want to kiss him based on how their conversation literally just went.
Well, this book came out in the 90s.
Yes.
You used to be able to do that.
Yeah. Just assume that a woman wants to be kissed,
Well, I don't know.
or just yeah.
A, assuming that a woman wants to be kissed. B, that is something that happens.
In real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
In like when you're fighting
Mm-hmm.
with your partner,
Yes.
and they kind of are giving Bert and Ernie already.
Ayala and Wedge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like old married couple.
Yes. No, but
Taking a
like,
risk.
she
She
did.
could have beat his ass though, and she
She
didn't.
could have, and like that's like it was funny because like he called attention to that. He was like, "Well, if you really wanted me out of here, I know you know how to beat me up, and you haven't beaten me up yet. So
You could beat my ass right now, and you won't.
you won't. I'm gonna kiss you
Bitch.
now." Yeah. And then they make
See,
out.
that is so me coded.
Yeah.
Just like, you won't do it. Kick me out.
I dare you.
And then the few times it happens, then you gotta be like, all right.
Yeah.
I was trying to call your bluff. It wasn't a bluff. My bad.
And that's how you learn, you know. But it's
No, he does take a risk.
yeah,
he's
and like she,
immediately
because like she also calls attention to that. You know, she was like in like she also notes the comparison between like Wedge as a pilot versus Wedge on land. These are two different men, basically. Like Wedge is
'cause
completely
he's so deeply, deeply self-conscious.
yeah. Like he can't necessarily translate the confidence he has in the air to the confidence that he could have on land based on his skills as a pilot.
He's the opposite of Cornhorn.
Yeah, and that's why he's the best. The opposite of Cornhorn is
Good, actually.
good, actually.
Well, except when he's like forlorningly remembering his squad mates. It's a little weird. And he's like, Tycho, the most beautiful, aristocratic-looking man I've ever seen in my life.
Made even hotter by the fact that he's been through hell.
Been tortured on several occasions and watched his entire family die.
Sexy.
You know what? I get it.
No, I love
a tortured man.
I love a tortured man. Yeah.
Tycho off limits. Tycho has partner.
Mm-hmm.
That partner? Well, no, and then when he's like, Ayala, I'm gonna get court-martialed. Ayala, they're gonna kick me out of the military. Which is...
That's in the same...
It is,
chapter,
but it's
yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
Because he's like, Ayala, please love me back. I'm gonna get court-martialed.
No, it is interesting that he's like, okay, I'm definitely... Like, there's a...
You could say no. I got no friends.
Yeah.
Tycho will not speak to me if I get court-martialed, which is just...
Probably not true. Like...
At all.
Yeah, like, literally, Tycho was accused of murder, and then Wedge dedicated himself to Tycho's defense.
It's to the
As
point
best he could.
where even Cornhorn was like, you know, this Tycho fella, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Like, it
Sorry,
just, like,
I thought you killed me.
which is, like, crazy that Wedge doesn't believe that, like, a friend he has wouldn't extend the same level of care that he extended to that friend.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. Again,
It's very you-coded.
I have never related more to a fictional character in my entire life.
You're gonna hate Hand of Thrawn.
Why?
Oh, I think he's in both of them, but he might not be Inspector of the Past.
That's okay.
Because it's a very Luke-centric book.
Happens.
Well, not a Luke-centric book, a Mara Jade-centric book duology. Which I don't think you relate as heavily to Mara Jade.
No. But I could. I'm expansive. I contain multitudes.
You were raised a fascist by a man that stole you from your parents at the age of 4?
Yes, actually. A lot
That's
of comparisons you can draw between Tony and the Emperor
Well, he didn't steal you.
that we know of. You look so pleased with yourself.
Fuck you, man. I am, okay?
Yeah, you made it. You're doing it. Yeah.
Fuck off.
What?
You look so pleased with yourself.
What?
Every time you accomplish something, I'm going to say that to you from now on.
Good.
You have to invite me to your graduation. I'll pay for the ticket.
Why?
Because when you are done, I'm going to walk up to you and say, you look so pleased with yourself.
It wasn't in a, like, that's not the tone I said it in.
No, it was.
Well, you look self-satisfied. Look at you sitting on your little high horse with your large bra cup. That's not what I meant.
It literally is large. Because
Yeah.
fun fact, C cup used to just mean big.
Yeah. C is for capacious.
C is for large.
It doesn't start with C.
B is for normal. And A is for small. We're doing so good.
We're so
Okay.
good.
So, I also think it's really funny when Wedge is like, yo, I'm gonna persuade you to stop doing whatever the fuck you're doing. And she's like, you can't do that. And then they go into a room alone. And then, like, 2 minutes later, she comes out, she's like,
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
everything Wedge just said, I'm going to repeat verbatim. Which is pretty funny because did he tell her what happened? Did he just be like, please?
No, I think...
Bestie, please? Was it a combination of both? Like,
No, he showed her the video.
well, yeah, but like, was there other stuff involved
Oh,
other
maybe.
than the video?
It's possible. But I feel like the video on its own is pretty
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty damning, but then also, you're in a room alone. There's like 12 people in this apartment, right?
Yeah.
It's seemingly one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. But another thread, okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think if there's any last things I want to say about Ayala and Wedge. I don't think so.
I love Ayala. The
I-
last chapter is really cute.
The what?
The last chapter is really cute.
It is so cute. I like when they slow dance to no music.
Mm-hmm.
It is very
He's
cute.
like, I could. You want music? I could give music. And she's just like, please, no,
I'm good.
please stop.
No, he's just...
She's so mean.
I can snap my fingers and have anything I want. One of the rewards of fame. You want music? No, because what I like about their relationship is that, like, he's cocky around her. And that's fun. You know? Like, this guy
He's like, well,
who's
I'm
like...
actually hot shit.
Yeah. Like, 90% of the time is just sort of like, I'm average. Like, all of my friends hate
So
me.
average.
But with
I have
Ayala,
no
he's
friends.
like, you want me. You think I'm hot.
Leader of the Republic, Princess Leia Organa Solo.
Has me on speed dial.
I am number one in her comlink. I am higher in her speed dial than her husband. We're not friends, though.
No.
No, not at all.
No. But then, like, when he's talking to Ayala and she's like, well, I hope you survive this war you're about to go into. And he's like, well, first of all, I will because I'm the best. Second of all, I love you.
I don't think that's... There's a lot of young women who were widowed after World War I who would disagree with that notion.
He doesn't know about World War One.
No, he doesn't. Oh my god, look, it's a plane. Not a warplane. It is an Air Canada plane.
Potato, potato.
Same internals.
That's why there's connective tissue in their manufacturing. The other thing about this book is that a small child has a really big crush on Wedge Antilles and makes it known to him
Reading
consistently.
it back, I think she is an adult,
Yeah,
but barely.
yeah, like,
But before I was like, is she 14?
yeah. No,
Because he talks to her like she's 14.
yeah, but I think she's like 19.
She's like, Wedge, I can't believe you're fucking this lady. And he's like, you should go to college.
Yeah.
Please go to school. Meet a nice young man.
Yeah, no, because, like, I feel like Wedge sort of does take advantage of the situation, but in the sense of, like, he knows that he has sway over her and knows that, like, but uses it to her advantage to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna get you, well, you did try to kill yourself by engaging in duels, but now I'm going to get you medical treatment and then put you in a position of leadership and then give you a recommendation to go to flight school. Yippee. Nice.
No, I mean, it's kind of that, like, first, there's a guy who will help you do things.
Mhm.
It's like people who develop crushes on their advisors in undergrad.
That never happens.
That's just incorrect.
I'm joking.
We all have that one guy. Sometimes you marry him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time you don't. 99% of the time you don't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's a mistake.
It's unadvisable, yeah.
I would not recommend.
Yeah, so Adumar.
Adumar, sorry for coming at you
Reckless?
very reckless, but don't crash out.
No.
Because the opposite would be worse.
Oh, like not caring about what has happened to
No,
me?
being like, I need to work on my thesis.
And-
Time to go drinking.
Yeah, no. God. Well, because also my recovery time after drinking has gotten embarrassing.
Not as embarrassing as mine.
No, that's true. I wasn't taken out for 2 whole days.
Over a very regular amount of drinks, I might add.
It was really, really a regular amount of drinks. I think the thing that made me throw up was the fact that I smoked 20 cigarettes in like 4 hours.
See, I've trained myself to do that by copious drug use.
Nice. No,
It was less than ideal. Okay, so
Adumar.
They also drink until they throw up.
Yeah, they do. Adumar is very Rome-coded.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially in the whole, you will fight your way to having status in society thing, which, we didn't really leave behind, but...
Still kind of stupid.
A bit, yeah.
Especially when you have all of these things at your disposal, like simulated.
Yeah, like simulated weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, why...
They're doing paintball on planes.
They are.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so Adumar is pretty unique in that it's it can't really modify unique, because unique means it's one of a kind. You can't relativize one of a kind if there's only one of a kind. But anyway, it's an unusual planet for the Star Wars world, Star Wars universe, in that there is not
the
one
galaxy far, far away.
Yes, that. There's not one government that rules Adumar, but many. And it's funny. Wedge gets such a minimal amount of information from General Kraken about the place that he's going to. So, like, when he gets to Adumar and then he's being ushered to the ruler of Kartan, he's assumes that the leader that he is meeting is the planetary leader. But he learns very quickly that this is not, in fact, the case. And I don't know. It's just...
Well, we also learn that to be eligible to join the New Republic, you have to have a planetary government. Which implies the existence of other places that are also multipolar.
Yes.
So there is some kind of standard.
Yeah. And I guess there are many questions that emerge from that for me, which is, what is it about the New Republic's system of governance that makes it so that they do not want planets that are multipolar to be in their system of government?
Well, probably because you'd have to treat... if we're using the Rome example, you'd probably have to treat each individual province on a planet as its own government, which kind of seems like a bureaucratic nightmare.
Yeah. So it's an efficiency thing.
But maybe racism.
Yeah, because it is kind of giving racism.
You are not developed enough.
Yeah, and it's
to be a part of our glorious republic.
Yeah, it kind of reminds... I don't actually know shit about the UN. Or, I guess not necessarily the UN, but, to participate in international government on planet Earth. It's in the name. International. It is...
Yes, you have to be a nation
state. You have to be a nation state to participate in
Well, not
global
necessarily.
politics.
You can be a kingdom.
True.
Saudi Arabia is at the UN.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Kosovo has observer status, but I know that at least the Palestinian Authority has observer status at the UN. And that's just a recognition thing. And I don't know if South Sudan has representation.
Yeah.
But it is just do you have what we consider to be a legitimate government?
Yeah.
Which means a lot of different things. I think Afghanistan was not kicked out of the UN because the Taliban is now the government again for the second time. And you did kind of get, when the USSR collapsed, it's that's how you get Russia on the UN Security Council, is the kind of okay, well, what is the legitimate successor to this previous state, which, I've made it known, I think their choice is incorrect. It is Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan should be the 5th member of the UN Security Council.
Definitely.
Not Russia.
Things would be better.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what Kazakhstan's internal politics are like.
Yeah, actually, I don't know anything about Kazakhstan. Except for they have cool movies.
They do have cool movies.
Yeah.
They're not a landlocked country, are they? That's Tajikistan.
Kazakh.
Well, they're the land of the Kazakhs. We know that from the name.
Yes. Map. They are not landlocked.
Okay. Tajikistan is landlocked.
Tajikistan is indeed landlocked, and so is Kyrgyzstan. And
there's
Uzbekistan.
one doubly landlocked. Is the Tajikistan the one that's doubly landlocked, or is that...
What makes one doubly landlocked?
There's countries on all sides.
Yeah.
Who are also landlocked.
Tajikistan is indeed doubly landlocked.
I think they're like the only one in the world.
Wow.
Because that's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
To be a country without access to the ocean.
Yeah, that's actually... Oh, wait, no. Turkmenistan's current leader is...
is it Turkmenistan? Or Tajikistan?
Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry, I got confused because they both start with T and they're...
You should double check.
Okay.
One of us is wrong.
They could both have horrible authoritarian leaders.
Is Turkmenistan the one where all of the buildings are painted white because the leader of the country
is Gurbanguly Rachmaninoff or something like that? Yeah, that's Turkmenistan.
Okay, my bad.
I remember because
incorrect.
he made a rap about Turkmenistan that goes Turkmenistan, and I get that stuck in my head sometimes.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah. Buildings. Yes. The buildings in Turkmenistan are painted white.
And like all the cars have to be white too. Like, and
whoa.
It's in a way where like North Korea is not, like, I guess North Korea, you know, there's a team behind the man, but Turkmenistan, it really just seems like it's that one guy making all of the decisions because none of them really make sense.
Yeah. He's really into horses. I know this because John Oliver did an episode about him on Last Week Tonight.
Can't believe you watched that filth. He's unfunny. Bad host.
Before Diego Luna, before Thrawn, before the Habs, it was John Oliver.
You do contain multitudes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And in between John Oliver and Diego Luna, it was Tyler the Creator.
But only knew Tyler the Creator.
Well, I also watched Loiter Squad and the Jellies, and
I've never seen the Jellies.
It's fine.
How are you gonna top Loiter Squad?
It
smells like bitch in here. The second best skit.
What's the best skit?
Catchphrase Jones. Obviously.
Stupid question.
It is a stupid question. You know it's Catchphrase Jones. Or
yeah, that's been covered on this podcast before.
I fucking love Catchphrase Jones. Catchphrase Jones. You know what this isn't about?
What? Star Wars?
Adumar.
Fuck.
We need to do this. Okay.
We do need to do this. We will do it. Yeah, okay, So
yeah, Starfighters of Adumar is set on Adumar. It's a country.
Adumar is not a country. Adumar is a planet on which there are countries.
Made up of countries.
And it's interesting that the
New
Republic is racist. It's also interesting that the planetary government that the New Republic is in touch with is Kartan, which it seems to have control a large portion of the planet, and then also has various satellite states. So even if it's not necessarily the main government of those states, it is the big dog in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't look at you while you're doing that.
It's fair.
Who does that remind us of?
Russia.
Or the British Empire.
That
or
too.
The United States.
Rome. Various empires.
Did Rome really have
no
satellite states like that? Not particularly.
Oh, you know what I was thinking of actually? No. The Ottoman Empire.
Happy 194th birthday to the Law Library of Congress.
Shout out.
Sorry, I had to turn my do not disturb off because for some reason it maps my do not disturb onto my phone and my iPad. So now I'm getting all my emails.
Damn. Yeah. And so it's just interesting that the New Republic is that this is, I mean, it makes sense because they seem to be like the major planetary power, even though they do not control the entire planet. So that is why, like, this is the government that the New Republic has chosen to form diplomatic relations with. But it's also very strange because it seems as though...
That's a really interesting way to say help lead a coup.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just that one guy.
It's just that one guy. Because, like, General Kraken doesn't seem to know dick about squat about what's going on Adumar. Because Tomer has decided to block communications to the New Republic.
For no good reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in order to ensure that he can do a coup.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really interesting in that, like, the main thing that this got me thinking about is this book that I have been reading for like 3 years, just because I keep forgetting it exists. But then every time I read it, I'm like, wow, this book is so good. I should really keep reading this book. And then I get distracted because I'm a bum. But the book in question is Rebel Music, Race, Empire, and the New Muslim Youth Culture by Hisham Aidi. And the book talks about the relationship between the CIA and various cultural projects, you know, like jazz and modern art, and its use in Cold War propaganda in Africa and the Middle East. And this is something I know that you know about happening in the world because you were the one who told me that modern art was a CIA op. But there's
Doesn't mean it's bad.
It doesn't mean it's bad, but it is... What's interesting is that, like, there are, like, kind of some parallels between what Wedge is being asked to do and what jazz musicians were being asked to do when they were sent to Africa to represent the United States. Like, it's not an exact one-to-one, but...
It's never an exact one-to-one.
Yeah, but the first... like node of convergence is that, like, Wedge is chosen as to fulfill an ambassador function because his skill set aligns with something that is valued in Adumari culture, which is that he is a pilot, where jazz musicians were sent to Africa. Like, the situation I learned more about last night by watching a 17-minute YouTube video because I am lazy, which...
I don't know how those things are correlated.
Watching a YouTube video because I'm lazy? Well, it's watching a YouTube video while I did the dishes instead of reading something. Oh. Those are, like, two different levels of dedication to research.
Something.
No.
While you're washing the dishes.
Well, I can't read something while I'm washing the dishes because...
You could if you got a little clicky thing.
But where did I put the...
In your mouth. I've done it before. I literally did it last night while I was doing the dishes.
You were reading...
I was reading Starfighters of Adumar on my Kobo, and I moved because I have a little stand thing so I can read in bed without hurting my back.
Mm-hmm.
I moved it into the kitchen, and I grabbed my little remote, and I cleaned it, but then
Mm-hmm.
You just hold it somewhere.
But how do you read and do the dishes? They're both visual tasks.
Well, I have worked as a dishwasher. You can feel when dishes are clean.
Nice. I haven't built that skill.
I didn't know that was a skill that needed to be built.
It's like yet another way in which I am deficient. I'm being...
Sorry, my father owned a restaurant. I don't know what to tell you.
We're 3 for 3.
I'm sorry. That was fucking crazy.
What, just now?
No.
What my dad said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was insane.
Sorry.
That was like unforgivable.
I'm gonna keep joking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, maybe you'd have more skills if your dad owned a restaurant and then became a line cook after that restaurant failed, the 2008 financial crisis.
Yeah, no, that would...
You could feel when dishes were clean, and then you could read while you do dishes.
And then I wouldn't have to watch a YouTube video like a pussy.
But instead, you were raised in your upper middle class home.
Yep. Yeah.
that probably had a dishwasher.
Yes. But we had to wash the dishes before they went in the dishwasher because it wasn't a very good dishwasher. But it's still a dishwasher.
Why buy the fucking dishwasher?
It was there in the house when my parents bought the house.
Huh.
And then they didn't want to buy a new one because it still...
Kind of worked?
Kind of worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sorry.
Why?
Just never.
What?
You had a dishwasher growing up. Y'all had money.
I don't know why it's a revelation every time. But I guess there's just new ways that it can be manifested.
But also, I feel like I don't have a dishwasher. You don't have a dishwasher now.
Indeed.
But I feel like dishwashers are a lot more ubiquitous.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of me kind of feels like I'm being like, wow, you guys had indoor plumbing. We had indoor plumbing. And we were on city water.
Nice.
We didn't even have a septic tank.
Hell yeah.
That is innovation.
That excites. But anyway,
Or
because I have skill issues from being rich and privileged, I was watching a YouTube video last night about the CIA coup of the Congo.
Which one?
The first one ever, which involved the assassination of Lumumba. And basically what they did is they had CIA operatives there. Literally, they had the jazz artists in touch with the CIA operatives who were there specifically to stage a coup in the Congo because the Congo has fucking uranium and it's the Cold War. And also it was...
We love uranium.
We love uranium. And also, just recently, 16 recently decolonized African states had joined the UN, and then the UN was freaked out about the fact that the balance of power was, more... less favorable to previous colonial powers than it had been previously. And, colonial powers tend not to like that because they suck.
This sounds like it was specifically a problem that Britain and France had.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't care about problems that Britain and France have.
No,
they should
'cause
have
they're
more
fake.
problems. Actually,
I was so close to rooting for Argentina.
in the
Mm-hmm.
World Cup, who would you root for, Argentina or Spain? It's difficult, right?
Are most of the guys who play for Spain, most of them play for Madrid?
I have no idea.
If that's the case, Argentina. If that's not the case, Spain.
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Wait, which Madrid team? There's 2 Madrid teams. Real or Atletico?
Atletico.
4 of them play for Atletico Madrid.
Out of how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
I guess Spain.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Spain just because the kid I used to tutor in English really, really loves Lamine Yamal, and I want that kid to be happy.
I don't.
Wow.
I don't know him.
He bullied me for being bad at French, but he was right to. My French is really bad.
Okay, he was bad at English.
Yeah. But
You're not tutoring him in French.
this is true.
God, we need to get back on task.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Adumar.
Adumar. Okay,
Adumar,
yeah.
which...
The Congo. No, I want to go back to that. The
Congo.
point is that basically these jazz musicians were in touch with the head of CIA operations in the Congo. So the guy in charge of planning the coup. But the thing is, he was a CIA operative. He did not tell them that that was the real nature of his role in the Congo. He told them that he was in charge of facilitating arts and cultural communication between the United States and the Congo. And so they were
might
like...
have been both.
Yeah, he was definitely both, but and similarly with Tomer, he is indeed working as a liaison for ambassadors, but also planning a coup and using the cultural benefits or the cultural markers that Wedge and the gang are bringing to Adumar to demonstrate the shared cultural values of their two societies in order to bring the two societies closer together,
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But then Wedge was unwittingly involved in a coup.
Which is not his fault.
It's not his fault. And it's also not these jazz musicians' fault. But interestingly, of the jazz musicians who were, like, involved, like, in this cover ended up crashing the UN Security Council in protest against the murder of Congolese leader Patrice Lumumba, which I think
Makes sense.
it does make sense.
You
And
go there and you interact with people, and then you're like, wait, these people aren't that bad.
yeah,
Why are we destroying their government?
why would you do that? That's so mean. But then it's also fucked up because, like, the whole point of, and like this is where it's very different, the fighter pilots being sent to Adumar and jazz musicians being sent to the Congo, is that the premise of sending jazz musicians is that, like, oh wow, look, America, we value our black people. Meanwhile, these people couldn't vote. Like, whereas Wedge Antilles is being paraded around Adumar as a war hero, which is how he is treated in the New Republic. And doesn't...
Well, to be fair, famous people were
Yeah.
treated differently.
This is true. But generally speaking, fighter pilots aren't, like, a massively oppressed group in the New Republic.
That we know of.
That we know of.
They might be.
We never know. Waiting on Chris Kempshall's book about fighter pilots to know for sure.
So excited.
It's going to be great. Yeah, I don't know. It was... Because then I also went back and skimmed fucking Death Stars and Democracy just to see if there was... If our boy Chris Kempshall had anything to say about the particular political dynamics of this book in relation to modern times. And I guess it is a very interesting way of reconfiguring the Empire as an enemy in this book. Like, I feel like...
They are becoming very fractured.
The Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is becoming, like, unsustainable.
Yeah. Just, yeah, no, it was interesting. Like, Wedge is having a hard time, like, conceptualizing the Empire as an enemy that didn't have unlimited resources, which makes sense. That's what he grew up knowing them as. And
that's still, like, the power they are attempting to project.
Yeah.
Even if they do not have that.
Yeah. I don't know. I also think the media landscape on Adumar is very interesting. They don't have...
Elaborate.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, they don't have hollow vids.
They have flat screens.
They have flat screens. And it also seems that flat screens are a piece of media that is primarily... Well, no. Because there are flat screens used to spread the Parator's propaganda, like, but it seems as though the flat screens are used within the Parator's court to sort of amplify the events that are happening in the court, but presumably they're also being disseminated throughout the upper city. But then there's also what we learn about the lower city, which is...
late stage capitalism.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Go home, stare at TV.
Yep. Because you are fucking tired.
It's like that article, the Stay on Your Phone article.
Yeah. I agree.
Single working mother with 2 children. She has to get on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Just like these people have to watch TV.
Yeah. Which, in both cases, arguably, no.
You can believe.
Yeah, that's one way of...
Because someone has spent a lot of money convincing you that that is the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can... That is one way to interpret how we... or what we should expect out of life.
It's going to be so crazy when they effectively market the meta glasses the same way.
As things we simply cannot
escape.
escape.
The mother working 2 jobs comes home and she has to use her meta glasses in her 30 minutes of free time. You know, this hypothetical single mother.
Mm-hmm. Written by a wealthy white guy.
White man from New York.
Yeah.
Obviously, she, like, has nothing else to do with her life other then get on the metaverse.
I want to throw up.
Well, it sounds out there because I'm using Meta as the example and not fucking ByteDance.
Mm-hmm.
But it is absolutely insane to assume that all of this shit is anything but propaganda from these companies to convince you that you need their products.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't, not to get on my high horse about technology, but they want you to think you need them.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to think it's the only way to effectively do things.
Yeah. No. I had a thought the other day that kind of doesn't really match what we're talking about right now, but fuck it.
We're so good at this.
We're so good at this. You know this whole thing about, like, oh, you need to get off social media so that, like, you can be bored? Like, it's fucking bullshit. I am literally never more bored than when I am on social media. Like, that's the boring
Have
thing.
I not had this conversation with
We've
you
had
before?
this conversation before, and I had a thing that I
you've
wanted
had a
to add
new
to
thought.
it.
Okay.
My new thought is that, like, it is not, I know that there's the dichotomy is between, like, being entertained on social media and being bored off social media, which, nice, is an insane premise when social media, I grant, like, it promises stimulation, but it doesn't really, because what it really does is it offers staggered and random stimulation to get you to be more addicted to it.
Yes.
Because the thing is,
Like a slot machine.
exactly, or rats in a lab wanting sugar out of the fucking dribble thing.
Or cocaine.
Or cocaine.
Well, at least cocaine's actually
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
TikTok is not.
TikTok is not fun. But the thing is, there are stretches where there are things that they show you that you don't actually want to see, but you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to just get to the thing that you want. That is boring. I've just been thinking about, like, times that I'm actually bored, and it is mostly when that is what I'm doing with my time. And the other thing is that, like, it makes you boring too.
And people might think we're boring.
We're not. I refuse
say
to
that
believe it.
When last week, was that when I went over to dinner?
With
Yeah.
yes.
Last week, I was at a family dinner, and I was informed that there's a snake that hates Markiplier, right?
Mm.
I didn't know about the snake that hated Markiplier because I don't have fucking Instagram or TikTok or whatever the fuck the videos were shown to me on. And in response to that, I was like, oh, I don't have those. And the person who was asking me this question was like, oh, that's so cool. So this is kind of a straw man of all of these, like, polemical texts on the internet.
Yeah.
Because it feels quasi-religious. Because they're attempting to be profound in the same way that, like, religious texts are attempting to be profound. Where they're like, well, you should stay on your phone. You should get off your phone. You should have a fucking analog bag or an analog basket or a toolkit or whatever the fuck. Or you should use social media as much as you want. Which, and I will say the same thing I say to students about AI. That is your fucking prerogative. You can do whatever you want. I don't think it's wise. But, like, you don't. They are truly trying to convince you that you need to be on these things.
Yeah. And it's just funny.
And every minute you spend on those goddamn apps, you are affirming what they think, which is that they have effectively convinced you. And I guess this kind of goes back to the Adumari propaganda as a real roundabout way of circling back to a previous
discussion point.
Yes. Wow, we're so good at corpo speak. We
continue the circle back.
No.
Do it.
Okay, so, like, if you have this, you know, the whole point of the flat screens, which I guess in 1999 we're still a little ways off from having flat screen television.
Mm-hmm.
You have these flat screens, so they're constantly playing propaganda about how great the leader is and da 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 and all this shit. And everyone's like, oh, this is so North Korea coded. But, like, that's what's happening on TikTok. In the current day, is instead of having a flat screen on the wall, I guess, you have a square in your hand. I say with 3 different devices within arm's reach of me. They have uses.
Yes.
To be fair. I have a laptop so I can use YouTube with uBlock Origin.
It's the best.
It's the greatest. And now that I've said that, what if the podcast gets taken off YouTube?
You can edit that.
No, but it's funny.
Okay. You can do whatever you want.
I don't care. We get taken off YouTube. We got like 2 people that listen on YouTube.
I know.
They can find other places.
Yeah.
It's like you have this propaganda that's constantly being like, oh, this leader is the best. This leader is great. Now it is time to convince you, even though we've already sequestered you underground, that you are so bored with, like, that you are so dead tired and so bored with your life. The only thing you can do is watch this propaganda. And they have effectively propagandized the population into believing that that is actually correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same way that they've effectively propagandized the population into believing that
The only thing you can do with your time now that you're tired from work is be on TikTok. That is your only...
and go die in a war.
Yeah.
You will be honorable.
Yeah, no, because that's the other thing, too. Like, the...
If you are a casualty.
Mm-hmm. No, like, there is a reason why I know one guy who was in the Air Force. And you know many people who were in the military.
Yeah.
Like...
To be fair, my aunt, that I don't fuck with, she was in the Air Force.
Nice.
She also married a boss.
Interesting.
He's cool, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
That usually isn't how that goes. Yeah.
Much cooler than she is.
Wild.
Really, really, really religious. Like, profoundly religious. And his son is all types of fucked up, but...
Damn. Well.
He's cool.
Nice.
He's always nice.
Yeah.
Maybe he has opinions on women I wasn't privy to when I was 14, which was the last time I saw him. But we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah. No, but like...
The moral of this episode is...
Get off your phone.
Get off your phone.
Ask out that hot girl.
Ask out the hot girl. Get off your phone. Start playing paintball.
Yep. Think about your friends in a gay way.
Yeah, be really gay with your friends. Except your one friend.
Yep.
Who just...
has dark hair.
And is sad all the time.
But looks good doing it.
I don't know, is there anything else you want to bring up? Do we got anything else we want to...
Oh, I think it's really fun that Hollis used to work for the Galaxy Far, Far Away equivalent of TMZ.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. No, they were like, are you intelligence trained? And she was like, no, but I did used to work for tabloids. Pretty similar stuff, actually, if you think about it. Got to do a lot of subterfuge, be in places you don't want to be, hide your identity.
Talk to weird motherfuckers.
Yep.
On a regular basis.
No, I think Hollis is one of my favorite characters in this. Honestly. Because I loved when Wedge was like, oh, wow. Like, taken off guard that she had made an intelligent comment, and she was like, oh, I'm kind of used to that. Like, I do know that I look like a fucking freak with 2 heads. I am aware of my image, and I use that to my advantage.
She's kind of based, but yeah. I'm a Wes Jansen girly.
You can care for more than one character in a book.
No, just Wes Jansen.
Okay.
Only Wes Jansen.
You look like a duck.
I know. Okay, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
That is it.
Any final thoughts, feelings, or concerns?
No.
Swag. Well, that was 9 out of the 10 X-Wing books. And all of the ones that are set before like 40 ABY.
It's an end of an era.
How would you rate this book and the series?
I would give this series like a solid like 8.5 to 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I really, really like this series a lot. Especially like Wraith Squadron as a trilogy really increases the rating for me.
It is really good.
It's so good. And I really, really liked this book.
Because Cornhorn's not in it.
Yeah. And when he is in it, he's being made fun of.
They're like, wow, you're such a bitch.
Yeah. Wow. You're from Corellia and you're never seen in the same room as Han Solo, but you can't be Han Solo because you're short.
Han Solo's tall and hot.
Yeah, unlike you. Sucks to suck.
You're ugly and a cop.
Got him. Wait, how would you...
What is the worst of those two?
Being a cop.
I think it's being ugly.
It's the dichotomy of the meta-narrative. How would you rate this book?
This book?
Or the series.
You didn't rate just the book.
I would give it I liked this book a lot. It was really fun. I read it in like 10 hours.
Word.
Yeah.
I'd say this book is a good 8.5.
Yeah.
And then the series as a whole, there are some ups and downs that I have just mentioned. But it's also probably about an 8.5.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a fun read.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
I will say, Krytos Trap really bringing it down. It's too much corn horn.
It's a lot of corn horn.
It's so much corn horn.
Oh, I just found a lightsaber. I wonder if I'm a Jedi. Shut up.
Bitch.
No one cares.
Okay, so next time we're covering something. Do you remember what we talked about?
Nope.
Okay, well, do you want to start Hand of Thrawn?
Sure.
Or do you want to do something that doesn't matter?
I think it would be better to do something that doesn't matter. Oh, we talked about doing Alphabet Squadron.
That is a 3-book series.
Bleh. Let's just do the duology then.
Okay, so next time we're going to talk about the first part of, neither of us at this very moment know how many parts of the Hand of Thrawn duology.
Yep.
We're going to be starting with Spectre of the Past. Isn't such a swag book?
It is a very
Do you
swag
have
book.
paper copies of these?
Yes.
Okay. Also, the rendition of Carrie Fisher on this cover. She is quite the baddie.
Yeah.
Also, Borska's on the cover of the book.
Hell yeah. Spain and Argentina are tied at halftime.
Oh, wait, no, did England lose?
Yes.
Oh, shit, I thought they won.
No.
I don't know, I don't pay
won.
attention to that shit.
England and France played yesterday in the, like, who would win third place.
Oh.
And France won that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
God, okay. Yeah, I guess, unfortunately, Spain.
Go Spain.
Go Spain. Well, I guess that'll be over by the time this comes out, because this comes out at the end of the week.
Yes, and this should be over in 1 hour.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So, we will see you next time. You can leave a comment if you so choose. You could write us an email. Visit us on our various social media accounts that we have. What else? There are other things.
Yes. Substack? Oh, our music is by Thomas Seibel. Our art is by our glorious leader, Lenny Apesos.
Wow, that's crazy.
And
You are Lenny.
And that's Lou.
And thank you so much for listening to us ramble. I'm trying to think.
Confusion to your enemies.
I don't remember what oh wait, what is the second half?
I don't remember either.
Always remember, you can get the baddie.
And get off your phone.
And get off your phone.
And
overthrow your government, maybe. I don't know.
Do it.
Do whatever you want.
With paintball.
No, with paintball.
Yeah.
Teach your friends the ways of the blade. With
Yeah.
foam swords.